I would be concerned about the circumstances our Irish troops find themselves in South Lebanon, principally because the Israeli Defence Forces have now moved 4 divisions plus, these would be mechanised divisions, to begin and to extend their invasion of South Lebanon. And we have seen the manner in which the Israeli Defence Forces have conducted their combat operations in Gaza and already in Lebanon, that they have abandoned the laws of armed conflict and they don't distinguish between civilian Lebanese targets and Hezbollah, nor will they distinguish between Hezbollah and UN UNIFIL troops, including Irish troops. So in 95, 96, as an army officer on UN peacekeeping duties, the Israelis attacked South Lebanon in a remarkably similar manner as to today in an operation called Operation Grapes of Wrath, in which they saturated the Irish UNIFIL area with helicopter gunship attacks, airstrikes, artillery strikes and missile strikes. It led to the deaths of hundreds of innocent Lebanese men, women and children in the Irish area of operations and in our neighbouring UN areas. And Irish troops, myself included, we came under sustained direct and indirect fire during that time. So that's pretty much what the young men and women of the Irish Battalion are experiencing today as we speak. So apart from one's physical well-being, one of the risk factors for Irish troops at the moment will be their psychological well-being. The international military research shows that when the civilian population are being harmed, as was the case in Gaza and now in Lebanon with over 2,000 innocent civilians slaughtered, troops experience what's called vicarious trauma, and it's one of the strongest risk accelerators for what is called combat stress reaction or chronic stress reaction, which if untreated can go on to develop post-traumatic stress disorder. So Irish troops, when they return home to Ireland after being in this very, very violent environment, they're going to need all of the supports that their families and the Defence Forces communities can offer them. And I would say to troops returning, that combat stress reaction is an organic, natural, inevitable consequence of being exposed to these stresses. And on return, there are very effective therapies like cognitive behavioural therapy, without having to use any kind of medication that can really make a huge difference to their recovery from what is an inevitable outcome of what they're witnessing and experiencing at the moment. The importance of the Irish in Lebanon can't be overstated. Really, we can't stop the killing that the Israelis are undoubtedly going to engage in. But by the fact that our troops are there as witnesses, the eyes and the ears of the international community will put some sort of a brake on the Israelis' behaviour. One of the problems in Gaza was that we didn't have any international presence there. Now we do, and I think the longer the Irish are there, the more lives they will save. It's as simple as that. It is a life-saving measure to have our troops there as witnesses and observers to Israeli actions.